Good afternoon, YouTubers. This is your zip code Farik. Matt Shiny here at the ZCF Studios, the 92805 zip code in Southern California. And today's zip code for this video is 01005, Barre, Massachusetts, in the middle of the state in Worcester County, or as some would say, Worcester County. Spelled very weird as well, but we'll get to that in a later video. Barre was founded in 1720, or rather was settled, and became a town in 1774 before the American Revolution under the name Hutchinson, and was renamed in 1775 by the residents after Colonel Isaac Barre, who was much for American freedom, though an Irish-born member of Parliament. Barre today has a population of 4,792 people in 44.6 square miles on the Worcester Plateau. Areas features dense forests, a granite quarry where granite was dug. It used to be one of the area's mainstays for the economy, as well as farming equipment, farming, and palm leaf hats, of all things, in central Massachusetts to be making, given the climate doesn't really support palms. Barre, oddly enough, never got a railroad stop, even though the railroad that runs through it is named Boston, Barre, and Gardner Railroad. Very strange that it didn't get this. Barre is a little bit off the beaten path, and today, mainly besides agriculture, its mainstay is tourism. For people coming on the scenic drives and for some of the other things that are here. It is the start of Massachusetts State Route 62, which is the scenic route through here. At around 890 feet, there's above sea level, there's a lot of rolling hills and things like that. Population is 91.3% white, 6.2% Hispanic, 1.5% black, and the rest is 2 or more races and a few other things. So it's mainly white people, and of the immigrants here, most of those people come from Northern Europe, 79% of them. English and Swedish. So the term immigrant has a little different meaning here for a lot. Barre has a number of people associated with it, whether through their birth or residence or whatever here, but we're going to talk about 2 of those today. The first person is a man by the name of Jacob Riis, R-I-I-S, excuse me. He was a Danish-born American journalist that got his start in New York City covering police stories and eventually covering urban poverty in New York City and writing the book How the Other Half Lives, which was really a jump start for middle and upper class people to see how the other half really did live, poor people. And it was eventually led to calls for urban renewal efforts in New York City and Chicago and other places. And the other person is a man by the name of David Oliver Allen. He was born here in Barre. Jacob Riis, who I just talked about, retired and died in Barre, but this man was actually born here. And he became a missionary to India, Christian missionary. And his main life's work was overseeing the translation of the Bible into the Marathi language, which was spoken by tens of millions of people back in the 1850s when he was working, and is now spoken as a first language by 83 million people in that country, and as a second language by 16 million more. I've met a few of those here, going to gas stations and convenience stores, believe it or not, that speak this language, among probably 4 or 5 others, as Indians often do. And so there's a potential for 100 million people or so getting reached with, for the gospel with the Marathi Bible in the Marathi language. As far as weather, typical Massachusetts climate, continental climate here, no subtropical, that's Boston. This is 61 miles west of Boston, so continental for sure. Every other day, or maybe every 3 days, there's usually something falling from the sky, whether it's rain or snow, and it's borne out with the weather report. Today's high is 9 degrees, sunny, 2 below is the low. Tomorrow, chance of snow. In fact, there's a winter storm warning. High of 12, low of 8. Monday, snow, high of 19, low of -1. Tuesday, sunny, high of 14, low of -9. and there's another storm coming in on Friday. So there's Barre, Massachusetts. Just enough to whet your appetite to want to read up on it more. Anyway, have a good day, and we'll see you in the next video.